It's WG, bring you SMB, and the summer update will be amazing. Why do I say that? That is because we have the full roadmap from now until the 4th of August. So we have, what is that? Almost 3 weeks fully mapped out in what is going to happen, and there's a lot of stuff happening in these 3 weeks. And where did we find that? We found it over on a official account of the game on a Chinese website, and then machine translated the given information into something understandable for us mere English mortals. As always, the timestamps are on the timeline, so you can jump to whatever interests you the most. And this was again quite a bit of work, so I would greatly appreciate a comment or a like, or maybe even a subscription right here. As always, thank you all so much for watching and enjoy. You know what? Why don't we start this whole thing off with a banger? And that is, a lot of you were wondering what exactly happens to Lamia, what exactly happens to Dalcarlo, what are the dates? Look at this. After the 10 on July 16th, so basically for us July 17th, Lamia and Dalcarlo will be added to the permanent announcement carpool, which is just the standard banner, as well as also the friendship banner. So this translates to standard banner, this is the friendship banner, as well as rare / high level perfect soul fragments and the Echo Shop. So for all of you wondering out there, what should you do with your Echo fragments? Who should you spend them on? You can hold. You can hold and wait and use them on Dalcarlo / Lamia in the shop rotation. So no need to spend them for someone like Van Helsing or the like. But at the end of the day, Van Helsing is going to be as rare as Dalcarlo and Lamia. So let's get straight into it. You know the deal. Let's not go a lot of wishy-washy. First off, we have a new story activity. Goes from the 17th, so the summer start of the summer update, all the way to the August 7th, which is around 3 weeks. And to unlock it, you have to beat chapter 2-1. This one is obviously going to arrive alongside a banner of a new hero, in this case going to be Lorelei. And we have again a challenge stage, probably a nightmare mode, a collection mode, maybe an additional game mode on top, because this is a 3-week event, so it might be a bit more expansive than the current events we have. But yeah, it's in a similar vein as the Dalcarlo and the Lamia event. Number 2, a special event also from the 17th to the 7th, a whack-a-mole type of extra reward event. You can see it right here, right, with the hammer. So it might just be a kind of mini game you play, and then you'll just have to beat like a certain score, and then you get extra rewards. I don't expect this to be super difficult, and I also don't expect it to have like any ranking system. So it's more of a free reward type of deal. Next up, campaign expansion. We're going from 15.8 being the very last stage to chapter 16 and 17 being added. For reference, beating 15.8 seems to be 92,800 BP. So for most of us, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks away before we even get a taste of chapter 16 and 17. But you never know, we might get swamped by millions of resources during that next couple of weeks period. So it all remains to be seen. On top of that, we also have a new whatever toy law activity translates to, but it is again another event. You can already see the Soothing Embrace, so the standard summon currency right there, and then it's going to go probably either through multiple days, or this might just be the nightmare mode of the event. It's a bit hard to say, but it's going to be clear X amount of stage, get X amount of reward. It might be connected to quests, but it's probably going to be part of the same summer event we've already briefly talked about. Clan Hunt. Now, Clan Hunt is something we've now known about, and we also now know the date. Clan Hunt goes from the 19th to the 23rd for the first period, which means it's going to be 5 days. So the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd and 23rd, or 6 days even, because it goes half a day to full a day. And the way this seems to work is a co-op game mode. So we're looking at a mode in which you and your guildmates cooperate together in taking on these guild bosses. For example, this guild boss right there, if you want to read the number, it says something like 2.1 million HP. And then you get probably progressively stronger rewards. This one seems to resemble a trophy, so there might be a ranking system, either inter-clan or versus clan. We'll have to see. It is likely that there's probably going to be some type of competition between clans, but overall the main focus seems to be a co-op type event with, you can see it on the side, differing types of bosses to take on that probably get progressively harder and have different mechanics and the like, as well as also mainly the guild coin reward, so we can buy more artifact blueprints. This one, y'all should know what this is. This is quite easy. This is another round of prophecy. The next round of prophecy is going to start on the 26th, which does align with the end date of the next night of the hunt, which should start after this prophecy. But long story short, it's another prophecy. It's most likely going to be another chance at 15 pickable blueprints. Same scenario, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, nightmare mode. And the enemy this time seems to be Bella's puppet. This should be Bella's puppet during ultimate. So I don't think it's a boss we've actually fought, so might be completely brand new mechanics. Right, now that we got the more mundane stuff out of the way, it's time to buckle in because we're getting into the juicy things. Alright, first off, an overview of 4 new characters. Let's go top left to bottom right in order. So we have Lorelei, we already know about her, we already kind of know what she does. And Lorelei is going to be an SSR arriving on the 17th and then lasting to the August 7th. Then we have an alternate version of Bella. This is most likely going to be an alternate version of Bella based on the puppet and the resemblance of the character to Bella in general. So alternate version of Bella should again have a week in between. So should arrive on July 24th, so a week after Lorelei, in the same vein that it went Lamia into Dalcarlo, right? So similar shenanigan right there. Now the third one isn't actually a summonable SSR. Every sign points towards this being a free and grindable / for everyone obtainable SSR through a new type of event / tab. We go over all the details a bit later. And then also we have a free SR character. That's the way it looks like. So a free SR character, which might be a summer version of Selena or someone brand new. We don't quite know. All right, let's talk business. We have the very first banner, which is going to be Lorelei, lasting from the 17th to August 7th. She should be again alongside the summer event we've already mentioned earlier in this video as the very first one. And yeah, Lorelei, we know what she does. It's the least exciting of the news, but you will have around 3 weeks to summon for her. She'll again use premium currency, and it should once more be a limited rate up, meaning the character will move into the normal pool after the banner ends. So even if you skip out on her, you will be able to obtain her later down the line. This is a number 2, as far as everything from what we've seen, we can tell a login type of event, where in the first one we get premium summons and gems, upgrade materials, a chest, a frame, affinity, and then on day 5 we get the free SR character plus some extra rewards, and then most likely over the coming days extra shards to upgrade the character, to like enhance them from level 80 to 160 just seems logical. Or it might also be a skin for a Selena or the like, but it did say, if you look at it, it does say new SR kin, which should translate to SR Vassal. So login type of event to earn ourselves the SR. How important she'll be, we don't know. Maybe she'll actually be useful for something, and that would be kind of great. Okay, Phantom Thief. Now, the Phantom Thief seems to be a boon from afar, in which you gain, if you look at the description, right, it's going to tell you gain 10 premium summons, 15 normal summons, 50 perfect shards, as well as also something we haven't yet seen before, and that is this kind of icon right here, which should symbolize a skin. This is most likely going to be a skin for a character. Which one is going to be hard to tell. We have a lot of busty females that fit whatever description this is. So this should be a boon from afar you can purchase to get yourself an extra skin for a character. Also July 17th to August 4th. Next up, this is what we've been talking about, and this is kind of like called a new family activity, which should signify a new game mode. This game mode is called the First Secret Chamber, also hinting towards it not being the last of its kind, meaning we might get more and more opportunities to earn extra SSR characters. So that is the basics. Now let's talk about the specifics we can actually have a look at. So what you can see right here is obviously a currency, right? These like golden flames, and you need 100, and then you should probably be able to summon a copy of the character and then probably be able to repeat that thing up until you've fully maxed out the character. That will obviously be the dream case scenario. We don't have any super specifics. Wow, what a sentence. But then also you kind of see like these tasks that then yield you these flames. So obviously we'll go over it closer once we have the full details, but for now every sign is pointing towards free SSR, do certain tasks, earn currency, summon that SSR, and then the potential to summon more and more copies to then have a fully maxed out character. Now this one right here, it's a bit hard to say, but this seems to be another skin. So this seems to be another skin, and one of the reasons why you look at it is if you take a look at these event symbols, it does kind of look like a wardrobe. You know, like these mannequins in clothing shops and such, and also in like other games, this symbol does resemble a wardrobe, hinting towards the fact that this is a bundle in which you can get a extra skin, as well as also these empty buttons might be like slots for you to put in like extra rewards like gems and such, and then to get yourself the bundle. But yeah, also this obviously does look like the shop interface, so we're looking at another skin you are able to purchase. For who exactly it is, hard to tell, but another skin. Just as an additional bit of information, I found an extra post, and it just says selected outfits, limited time, new release. If any of you can do anything with this information, be it the fact that it's called Seeking Kane Link Collection Outfit, or that it says something along the lines of asking for rice. If you have any ideas who this character is, let me know down in the comments below. On the note of skins though, this seems to be a free skin for everybody, no cost attached, July 24th to August 7th. Yeah, July 24th to August 7th, free skin for Hati. We're not yet sure if it's just the normal Hati or if it's going to be also for the Transcendent Hati, but it should be a free Hati skin available to every single player through some type of event from July 24th to August 7th. That is what everything seems to be pointing towards. Then, as we've already briefly talked about, we have the limited time declaration, which should again be referring to the character being limited time raid up. There is a chance, but I gotta be honest with you, there's been rumors going around in the community saying, oh no, Bella is going to be our first limited. Look at this image. Do you recognize this? This is exactly the same arrow as every single banner. And what this sentence always said was limited time raid up. Right? Limited time raid up, referring to the fact that this character is for a limited time raided up, but not a limited banner. Also, think about it from a more logical perspective. Why would there be a banner that lasts for, let's have a quick look, 2 weeks? Do you really think the devs are expecting you to pull 11 copies of a character in a 2-week span, and then that character will never appear again? That just doesn't seem to make any sense at all. So I do not support any of these conspiracy theories that this is going to be our first super limited character. I think we can be pretty safe to assume this is going to go the same way everything else goes. So we will then have Lamia, Dalcarlo, Lorelei, and alternate Bella all as limited raid ups that then move into the standard pool. So that also brings us right here to Bella herself, and the only thing we can really tell is for whatever reason it translates to ancient crimes, which is kind of funny, but also this symbol, it's a bit blurry, I know, but this is the enchanter symbol. So we're getting another enchanter next to Dalcarlo already, so we have then potentially another half moon that is going to do or work in a similar way that Dalcarlo and Acapella already do as a team support. So we'll have to see what turns out from that. Right here we then also have August 1st to September 1st, a monthly boon from afar that yields you a Agares skin. So and this is base form Agares, just with, I guess you could say, bleached hair, maybe bleached chair, and you see like the skin symbol right there. You'll again get pretty much the same amount of rewards, or maybe less than the other one, but it is a skin for Agares. And then right here, family development activities. Now this is something that isn't quite certain, but what we're definitely looking at is the same number. So it does say Night Curtain resource acquisition activity, but the way I see this is, if you look at it, we still have the same symbol. So we have night one in the top right, Tomb of the Fallen in the bottom right, the Dutchman's Revenge in the middle, and then Arena as well as the Tower. So the only thing I could think of would be just the fact that if you beat a stage in like chapter 16 and 17, you would unlock a new game mode, but I might be wrong, and there might be a brand new like sub game mode in any of these categories. If any of you can read Chinese, you can let me know. And if you think you have more information on that, I would be glad to hear it.